and welcome to the Oddity Archive, the show rich in damaged videotape footage because you just had to go all crazy with the damn pause button back in the 80s. Sorry. Anyway, quite some time ago, I did an episode on VCR-based board games. And since then, I've actually accrued quite a few more of these things, including some viewer donations. Now, among these titles, I've got Star Trek and Star Wars, but those are titles I just don't think we'd be getting away with here on YouTube. But in spite of that, I think I've come up with a couple of winners here, of course that being a relative term, but yeah. Let's do our much belated second round of VCR board games.
Turn down the volume, imbecile! Dreadfully sorry, Mr. Imbecile.
Now I remember why I've waited so long to do this. Anyway, today's games are of a piece, shall we say. Both of today's games come to us by way of Mattel, and both of which date to 1986, which will become more and more abundantly clear with each passing second, especially on this first game, which is Predicaments, as hosted by Joan Rivers. Now, this was apparently an attempt at satirizing soap operas and then dragging them into the VCR game realm. And, because there's such a great overlap between soap fans and people into this sort of thing. But anyway, true to VCR game form, there's some rather perplexing instructions, and a whole lot of them. So, let me try and boil this down here, and I actually think I'm going to need my notes for this. Before each round, each player draws 11 cards, then throws 3 of them back into the deck, bids on how many points, as dictated on each card, they think they can earn in a round. You watch a segment of the tape, and if you have an appropriate card, as dictated on screen during the segment, you read your card or make something up if you so choose, aloud. After each round, any unused cards are thrown onto the I just don't know space on the game board, which I happen to have right here, and I get the feeling that this wasn't used a whole lot. But anyway, if you meet or surpass your bid, you collect points based on the amount of points in the I just don't know pile, plus or minus anything listed on the space on the game board you are currently on, also using your point amount as the number of spaces on the game board that you can move. And the first person to make 2 laps around the game board is the winner. And there's about 24 more rules that I just don't wish to go into here because, I value what's left of my sanity. Let's take a stab at this.
And now, Predicaments.
As in, what the hell have I gotten myself into?
Hosted by the lovely Miss Joan Rivers.
Can I talk? Can I talk?
With Larry Anderson as Slate.
Who?
Sharon Barr as Feticia.
She's a freaking nerd.
Gordon Jump as George.
But actually still Mr. Carlson.
Leonard as Aggie.
Baggy.
Christy Summers as Cinnabar.
Cinnabon?
And Artie Johnson as Alexander the Butler.
Very interesting.
Have fun.
Hi, I'm Don Johnson.
Hi, Don.
Only kitty, only kitty. Before you start,
I knew something was amiss.
just wanted to see if you were paying attention, okay? Like the dress? You want to hear Lucky? I found it on a chair right next to my husband's bed. And it came with its own hat and gloves and little garter belt. Isn't that lucky?
I don't know. I think I'd have to see the full outfit.
Time you play predicaments, you want something to nibble on. And if you don't want to ruin that gorgeous manicure, I suggest something light, something nutritious, something elegant.
Ah, John Wayne Bobbitt!
Now, on to Predicament.
Finally.
I personally love Predicaments. It's because it's also a show that makes us a part of the scene. So when you give a line, deliver it with gusto. Just go Hollywood. Say it the way Sylvester Stallone would say it. Take off your shirt, even if you're a man.
How progressive.
That you've got the acting technique under your belt, I would like to explain the game to you in 3 little words. Read the directions.
Again? Where's my remote? Never mind.
You've read all the directions? Great.
Yeah, it only took me a couple of weeks.
Unlike any other thing you've ever unwrapped before, including that little trampy stewardess Edgar's busy with in the kitchen. But I'd like to reinforce what you've just read. We have 5 actors and 5 favorite question categories. Who, what, where, when, and why. Why is my favorite. It's what Edgar's mother kept saying the first time she met me. Why? Why? Why?
Funny, that's exactly what I said when I first saw the directions for this thing.
Boards, we've got points, we've got wild cards, we've got winners, and we've got when. That's what Edgar says every time he reads my will.
Oh, I'd be willing to bet Joan left him out of the will.
One of the characters
Look it up,
question in
kids.
one of our 5 categories, one of you gets to respond with the appropriate answer. That's on the card from the category you're about to play. And you've got 12 chances to become the new Joan Collins or Larry Hagman in each scene. Now, when I say so, you press the pause button on your machine, okay? Now it's time to deal the 8 cards to each player and bid your hand.
Ah, hell. I'll just bet it all. It's not like I have anything to lose.
To let the novices practice. Now, good luck and no cheating.
But it's a soap
You
opera.
hear that, Edgar? No cheating! No cheating in the game, and no cheating with that little trampy stewardess! I know what you're doing! I know what you're doing!
Candyland's a lot fancier than I remember it.
Ugh. I thought the last group that played this game was ugly. Well, here goes. This is Flat Mansion, also corporate headquarters of Flat Marbles. I am Alexander the Butler. Who are you?
My analyst.
I could really care less, but they make me say that.
I love getting insulted by my own games.
I can see you right now. He's a very busy man, and personally, I wish you'd go away.
The feeling's mutual.
If you insist, let's look in.
Someone's here to see you, Mr. Carlson.
Good morning, Father. How about hugs?
I told you, Slate, no hugs.
It's all part of being a butler, you know.
I did see something rather odd last night, Father.
That is no way to talk about your mother.
Ba-doom-tsh.
Where's my marble?
Right down your leg.
Oh, where'd it go?
Anywhere lint accumulates.
Father, are we dumping marbles into the river?
What? Why? Oh, wait, sorry. The game's supposed to ask those questions.
Since when?
Manana.
Madame Rivers did say to deliver your answers with gusto. I thought they were abysmal. Pepto-abysmal.
Well, I always need some Pepto-Abysmal after gusto. It's spicy, you know.
Into the wet place behind our home.
My home? Why are you telling me this?
Because batteries aren't included.
Why are we dumping marbles?
I'm out of Y cards. Pass.
Great answer. Did you study English as a second language?
Oh, and we've officially run headfirst into the limitations of the format.
What got me into this?
Rubber chicken. Oh, come on.
A better position. After all, I am a young urban professional.
A what?
Pass.
Hasn't anyone heard of yuppies? Where have you been?
I got 3 words. .com bubble.
Oh, nice comeback. Who gave you that one?
A stripper. God. I got 1 card left, by the way.
You are slowing down.
So dear old Dad should just turn all of the marbles over to you, huh? Who do you think you are?
Pass.
A man for the job, sir.
Out!
The big job.
Out!
Your job, sir.
Out!
When do I start?
Oh, I got that one. Once in the morning and once at night.
Okay, I want to compliment all all of you on your acting abilities. Who knows? Some glossies, an agent, a little sleeping around, and you could become a sex symbol like me. Oh, stop crying. We had a good time.
That's not why I'm crying.
Here's to Cinnabar and Patricia/Fred and all the rest of my favorite people.
Who we never met.
Here's to you. You played a very good game.
Oh, don't get sarcastic with me, Joan. And I'm not forgiving you for this one either, Mattel. Stupid game! Stupid game! Stupid! So stupid! Hi. Well, I don't have any leftover cards from that round, and I bid all 25 points, that I had to potentially get there, and that's what I got. And if there were more segments on the tape, funny how that works, I think in time I could get around this Indianapolis 500 of a board a couple of times. But, yeah, I just don't think the replayability, I just made up that word, of this game looks too hot. So, let's take a break here. I'm gonna have a drink, or two, or three, and then we'll launch into today's other game.
What's the new outrageous VCR soap opera parody game that has everyone talking? Predicaments. What's the new game that lets you become part of the action? Predicaments. What's the game that's hosted by Joan Rivers and gives you hours of fun and excitement? Predicaments. Now there's just one more question. Who's got it? Mattel, of course.
All right, let's take a look at today's other game. And this game is Commercial Crazies, as hosted by John Machida. I don't think I'm going to get in a word edgewise on this one. Call it a hunch. But anyway, the tape for this game is comprised of a bunch of ads made by the Settlemyre advertising firm, which was this huge ad agency back in the 70s and 80s, and they were responsible for some pretty big ones, like, where's the beef? And when it absolutely positively has to be there overnight. And somehow I sense our younger viewers will have absolutely no idea what I was referencing there. But like the other game, there's a nice healthy amount of instructions to this one, so let me try and run them down. And yes, I'm going to need my notes again. But let's see here. Each player is issued a pawn of a designated color and starts in the center of the game board, and is also issued a set of 3 voting cards. There are 10 sets of question cards pertaining to each of the commercials on the videotape. Each game is played with just one set of the cards. You watch the ad, and in the 30 seconds between each ad, one rotating player reads the question and potential answers on the card, plus a bluff answer of your own creation. Each player votes on the correct answer, and those that answer correctly, or if someone falls for your bluff answer, get to advance 1 space, collecting another pawn situated on each corner of the game board, if available. And the first to accrue 1 game pawn of each of 4 colors is the winner. And again, there's about a dozen more rules that I'm just not even going to go into here. But, hey, at least we get to watch some classic commercials. And every wannabe lawyer is typing nasty comments at me now. I think that name's missing an umlaut.
Pay attention, please!
Commercial Crazies? I thought this was a Wendy's ad.
You are about to play Commercial Crazies, the positively, absolutely wacky ad game. I'm here to explain the rules and help you along. So go get a pencil and take notes. Do you have the pencil?
Well,
you won't really need a pencil. We wrote everything down for you in the rules that come with the game, so all you have to do now is listen.
Couldn't be any worse than the written ones.
Your videotape player did not jump into fast forward by mistake. There is nothing wrong with your machine, so don't touch it and pay attention. My name is John Machida Jr., and I'm the world's fastest talker. My friends call me Mighty Mouth, but you could call me Lucid Lips.
Lucid Lips?
Me to explain the rules of the game to you as quickly as possible so you can get right into having fun and a great time without delay. And if you do have fun and laugh a lot and enjoy commercial crazies, please tell your friends, your neighbors, Uncle Harry, Aunt Sophie, tell Barbie, tell...
Directions, please.
Garbage man, psychiatrist, tell Art, Tom, Judy, Jill, right to your congressman, your senator, right to the president of the United States. The great thing is, you can play commercial crazies with anyone. Play it with your parents, play it with your kids. If you have no kids, play it with your dog. If you don't have a dog, you really should buy one. Everybody should have a dog. Dogs are great pets. They love to watch television, especially the crazy commercials about burgers. My dog Millens, his nickname is Sonny. Sonny loves the burger commercials. Arf, I hope you're watching, Sonny. Roll over, sit up, give me your paw.
But internet reviewers are supposed to be cat people.
Dog, and then come back and play. Just joking, but I get carried away sometimes. That is, I do go on for a little bit too long. I'm sure you know what I mean, don't you?
Guilty.
Bear with me, though. You know, cats love to play this game, too, but don't play with your dog and cat at the same time because you'll never be able to win the game. Got it?
He couldn't do this in one take?
Aim is to try to answer the crazy questions about the wacky commercials and then move your colored pawn, red, yellow, blue, or green, around or across the board and collect the other colored pawns. The first person to successfully assemble one red, one yellow, one blue, and one green pawn, that is one of each color, and make it back to the center space without losing one of these red, yellow, blue, or green pawns is the winner.
Question.
You get a second pawn of any color. The striped pawn you get to start with counts as one of the four you need to have to be the winner. There will be no doubt that the winner is the winner because everybody will see, if they look, that he or she has the four colored pawns, one red, one yellow, one green, one blue, stacked with his color on the top, standing in the center of the game board. Got it?
Well, if you're...
The game is made to be played without shutting off the tape. That is, leave the tape running. But for the first few rounds, you may shut it off. But after that, let crazy number 1 run into crazy number 2, into crazy number 3, etc., etc., etc. There are 30 seconds provided to do this. Play within this 30 seconds. You have 1/2 minute to play. Got it?
But if there's only one player...
Oh, that's it. I'm sure you got it all. Stop the tape, set up the game, and have one heck of a good time.
So that's what Ed used to do before Archive. And suddenly it feels like the whole world is slammed on its collective brakes. All right, let's do this. I got my cards here. Beautiful downtown Aurora drivers. Uh-oh, Clara Peller's taking hostages now. Just collected 50 rings, though.
When you drive to Wendy's and order a single, you get more beef than the Whopper or the Big Mac.
They totally shaft you on the pink slime, though. Home of the big bun, a.k.a. Wendy's.
At Wendy's, you never have to ask, where's the beef?
But you will have to ask, where the hell is my order? Okay, let's do this. How many stacks of cups fall over in the first drive-up window? And because I have the card, I also know the answer. So I guess I'll let you at home play. Your options are A, none, B, 2, or C, 1. And in the immortal words of Joan Rivers, no cheating! So if you get this right, you'll be one step away from collecting your first pawn. Good luck.
Yeah, I'd like to buy this $1,200 computer.
That'll be $5,300 complete.
$5,300.
What with monitor, software, disk drive,
Etc., etc.
Cup holders, power steering.
$1,000 computer.
$4,400.
Must be a government machine.
A $1,400 computer.
$3,900.
No, Max. The 1,400 is 4,800. The 600 is 3,900.
I thought the 1,100 was 4,800.
Some computer companies give you a lot of options. Kpro gives you a complete computer for $12.95.
$12.95? Damn, I'll take one. Hell, I'll take two. Next question. How many characters in the scene are holding pens? And I don't mean in holding pens, actually holding pens, but anyway, A, 0, B, 1, or C, 3. Again, 0, 1, or 3. And I still have 10 seconds to kill, so... Did anybody ever own a Kpro computer? I personally never even heard of them. It kind of looks like a knockoff Apple IIe, doesn't it? Next round.
The things people will do to put a little summer in their winter.
Like put creepy plus-sized mannequins in their window. Now known as the 7.1 surround golfer.
Oh, Mrs. Doubles! Just a few more minutes. I'm putting you on spin cycle now. Thank you, Carl.
Well, I am just deeply offended by these stereotypes. How dare these people not be as tolerant as I am?
Low-cost trip that won't leave you cold.
Just a bit creeped out. Okay, next question. Let's see here. What does the cook's apron say? A, come and get it. B, Alaska Airlines. Or C, you can't beat my meat. And anyone that answers C is even dumber than I am. And I have another 11 seconds to kill. So, quick personal trivia here. Admittedly, I'm that guy that needs the paper bag on the plane. I don't like airplanes.
Walter Harris was a master at solving complex problems.
Like explaining popcorn shrimp and opening those pesky aspirin bottles.
Then, one day, he bought a life insurance policy.
And ladies and gentlemen, now you know how I spend my Thursday nights.
Independent Life, we make our policies simple and train our agents to help you understand them. Too bad Walter Harris didn't know about Independent Life.
I don't know, he looks pretty indie to me. All right, next question, I guess. How many coffee cups do we see on Walter's desk? A, 3, B, those were beer steins, or C, none. And I guess technically B and C would be one and the same. You know, I think this game would be a lot more fun if you only had, say, 15 or 20 seconds between clips. Come on. Not a minute too soon.
Today, some airlines go out of their way to please you.
Time for the movie.
I don't want a movie.
Only hugs.
I ordered steak.
I don't want a movie.
But I wanted steak.
But you got a free sparkler.
Vic, he wants the movie.
At PSA, we never lost sight of what an airline should be. So at PSA, we give you more planes and less fancies.
And 75% more disco.
PSA, our smiles aren't just painted on.
They're tattooed on. And the award for worst slogan. Hey, wait a minute. Is this over already? I still got one more question here. Let me ask it. What is the title of the passenger's book? A, Modern Travels, B, The Passionate Journey, or C, Fugitive Girls? Oh, who cares? This game's a freaking chore. Had Mattel been willing to keep commercial crazies confined to a simpler format, you know, like watch an ad, answer a question, and the first player to answer X number of questions correctly is the winner. I think had they been willing to do something like that, it would have been okay, replayability issues notwithstanding. But as it stands, I think that most of the people that bought this game they got it and they wound up just watching the ads and didn't even bother with the gameplay. But anyway, that's it for today's archive. Join us next time when I attempt to host the show in the guise of John Machida. 'Cause, you know, I'm such a fast talker.
Where's the beef? Where's the beef? Hey, where's the beef? I don't think there's anybody back there.
Why am I cheering? Actually, I'm cheering because I won't have to deal with you nits anymore.